I will put the hammer down.
Put me up in that algorithm, y'all, and holla at your girl. I'm Queens. I got Queens in the building. I got BX in the building. I got Harlem in the building, and I got the transplant that moved from New York to Atlanta. So New York is in the building, y'all. What's up, y'all? What is up, y'all? Today is Saturday's Throwback with the ladies. We're doing Uptown Saturday night. This is Sunday's Throwback, and we're about to get into it. So I'm gonna bring my people in. Let me see who's here. What's up, Kendall? We're gonna wait for a couple of more people to get in because you know what? I didn't send out the notification yet, so I'm about to do that right now. But while I'm doing that, let me bring my peoples in. What up, BX? Tamika's dead.
What's going on? Hello.
She is in the building. Tamika's in the building. Queens is in the building. We got Inga from the DMV area. She in the building.
Hey, y'all. I'm sorry I'm late.
No, you are late.
Hey, Tamika. I started to call you today, Tamika, but I got caught up doing stuff around here. How you doing?
I'm good. Hanging in there.
Yeah. Oh, Lord, I'm sorry I'm late.
All right. So, look, we about to get into it. And I forgot to put this down.
Oh, we look good right here, all three of us right there. I like that.
I forgot. Look, I've been working on stuff.
Okay.
I'm trying, y'all. But I've been wanting to ask you guys, and I wanted to put this in the I didn't put a vote up this time. Which one is your favorite Sidney Poitier and Billcosby movie? And please, chat, let us know which one's y'all favorite.
I like all three of them that they did, but my favorite is Let's Do It Again. That's my personal favorite. Yeah, but I love all three of them.
Yeah, I think I agree with y'all. I think let's do it again. It was funny because I think I was mixing this up with maybe a piece of action. I don't know what I was mixing up with.
I got this mixed up with a piece of action.
I haven't watched this in a long time. So once I started watching it, it started coming back because my mother used to watch all of them too. But I definitely was like, no, this is not what I thought it was. And we did have an all-star cast, even with just the cameos and stuff like that.
I showed that cameo.
Yeah, all the three movies they did was an all-star cast. I mean, you can't go wrong with nobody.
Right.
The was on point.
Yes, definitely.
All right. So it had a whole medley of people. Hold on, let me get my little situation intact so that way I'm on point with my stuff. Because I even got it. Look, I'm ready for you. I got questions what I want to ask y'all and everything. Okay. And look, we're gonna get to it.
Yeah, I got a few fun facts, not too many, like 2 or 3, but it might be stuff you got.
No, I want you to tell your fun facts now while I go get my tea.
Oh, I should have looked up some fun facts. Go ahead, y'all.
All right, tell your fun facts now.
No,
I'll
be trying to look up some stuff. But yeah, like I was saying, we did have an all-star cast. Of course, we had Sidney Poitier, who also was the director. We had Billcosby, Harry Belafonte, Flip Wilson, Richard Pryor, Calvin Lockhart, Rosalind Cash, Roscoe Lee Brown. I think we had Harold Nichols, if I'm not mistaken. And it might be some others that I'm missing. And like Moochie and Inga was saying, y'all know that they did Let's Do It Again in 1975. They did a piece of the action in 1977. This one was released in 1974. I think they spent about $3 million on the budget, and it made them back like 6.7 to 7 million, something like that. So they doubled their money. They did good with this. They got 2 nominations. And basically, Sidney Poitier was kind of tired of the black exploitation. During this time, that was going heavy, and he wanted to put out something a little different. So, of course, his first movie was Buck and the Preacher, right? And I believe him and Harry Belafonte starred in that one together. So this also tried to be a TV show. Like, they had actually commissioned it to be a pilot, TV show from a spinoff, I guess, TV show from the film, but it never got to air. Nobody ever, bought it. It didn't sell. And so also
why do you think that they didn't do any more at only 3? Why do you think they stopped?
That's what I was wondering, because it definitely seemed like they had a good chemistry. Yeah, they definitely could have kept it going.
Hollywood stopped them. Now I'm gonna sound like the conspiracy.
Or they just, because they did still also go into like their separate, roles and things that they was doing. I also found it interesting. They were saying that, the cameo that Richard Pryor did, that was actually supposed to be 2 separate parts. One part was supposed to go to him, and one part was supposed to go to Red Fox, but they changed their minds on that and said that they were not popular enough. They didn't think they was big enough, that they would draw the box office. So they ended up just having Pryor as a cameo. And I'm like, I would love to see Red Fox and him in this. Like, that intrigued me when they said that. I was like, that would have been cool,
You know what this
Inga, you on mute.
About? You on mute?
Oh, sorry. I was saying Red Fox was good about Cotton Comes to Harlem.
Yes,
would have been in this too. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what this makes me think about, you guys? When they did Harlem Nights.
Yes.
So that they was trying to bring that feel back when they did Harlem Nights. I think they don't like to see a whole bunch of famous black people in one movie.
I know at one point Kevin Hart was trying to remake it, but it is
yes. But guess what? Even before him,
he still is.
Even before him, it was 3 other people. It was in 2002. Will Smith had actually got the right to make all 3, because even though these are 3 separate movies and they played 3 separate characters, they still looked at it like it was a trilogy. And instead, he had bought the rights to the trilogy, and he actually wanted Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy. I would have loved that. Well, 2 other people came behind him in 2012 and 2014. I can't remember their names. And then Kevin Hart in 2018, supposedly with Kenya Barris. I don't know about that. Yeah,
he wanted Chadwick Boseman to be the Sidney Poitier character. Yeah,
that would have been good though. I love me some Chadwick.
That would have been good because we would have.
He would have been a great Sidney Poitier. He would have been a fabulous Sidney Poitier.
Yeah, we would have saw him in a different light. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I hear you.
Okay. Yes, we would have saw him in a different light. So I would have
absolutely.
That's why I did show the little medley in the beginning to show you all these people that was in this movie. I'll show it again before we get to the end. But I wanted to ask. Okay, you already covered the part where we was gonna do all this over, so I didn't even have to look up. Hey, so we're gonna move on to the next. What the heck is this?
And we need some good movies like this because, it's a lot of garbage out here now, so we actually need something.
Yeah, like usually I'm not too much into the remakes, but if it would have been something like that, I think that would have been cool. If it's done
right,
yeah,
with the right
as
cast.
long as they don't add their little things that they add in, and y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no,
they add it in every picture now.
It's no place for it because it wasn't.
There's no place for it here.
Yeah, and it's nothing against nobody. It's just that.
No, I mean, and I don't want anybody to misconstrue my own words. So I just feel like certain things, like just leave it in that time period.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes don't even mess with it. Don't do no remakes on stuff because some things you have to just leave it alone. Because if you're not going to do it right, then forget it.
All right, so this basically starts out with Steve and Sarah Jackson, and they talking about how they first met, and he's basically talking about how he want to move back to the country. And this is his goal for the movie. He wants to get this money together so they can get out of here and move back to the country. And she's a Southern girl, so she's all for it. She's all down with it. So I love the nostalgia with them talking about how they met. And this is the first time I heard Cynthia, you know, even though, remember, when I saw this, I was a child. Yeah. Now, he was talking about booties. What is?
Yeah, well, you know, black man.
He said that. He said that's the biggest booty I ever seen.
Backside now, so yeah, that's the first thing a black man look at. He turn around and look at your backside when you walking away. You know, he don't even know your name, but he looking at that backside though.
And if you swaying it right, Inga, what happened?
That's right.
If you're swaying it right when you're walking,
that's right. Absolutely. She said, that's all y'all think about is backside. He said, no, we think about
is
what did he say? We
think about the chest and legs.
Yeah, breast and legs. Yeah, he said we think about breast and legs too. Yeah.
Yeah, but she liked the way he said, you know, she will always be his queen. She was like, all right, I like hearing that.
That's what I'm saying. Black love ain't nothing like it.
Exactly, and that's what I had that down. You are my queen, Sarah. So now we've realized he's on a vacation because he had a job where he was like a welder. And he's got this vacation. He meets up with his boy Wardell, which is Bill Cosby's character. And he's telling him about this spot. Oh, you gotta go to this spot. And the ladies and this and that.
Well, that was a bad influence.
All these beautiful women.
When I look at him, I'm like looking at my dad when I was young. That's how my dad would dress with the apple hat, the jean apple hat, the whole. I was like, this is looking like my father and my uncles and them. This is how they used to dress, how they look. You know?
No, I got a picture of how my father looked in the 70s. And he used to be dressed to the nines.
My father had the afro and all that, and they had the hats and all that stuff. So that's definitely how they used to look.
So yeah, my father was like that with his thing.
Shit, the way this Zenobia's place is, I want to go too. It sounds like a good time.
It sounds like a good time.
Exactly.
It sounds like it's the place to be. And
it's the place to be.
And he only know for dropping people off. Why, Tamika? Why he know? Because he only dropping people off there. Why he only know? He don't know what it's like inside, really.
Yeah, he didn't know what it was inside.
He just know of the conversations because of him being a cab driver taking.
Yeah, he see people, black people, all dressed up, you know, with furs and coats and all, you know. So that's why he said, we got to go. It has a great reputation, but they don't let just anybody in there, you know.
And then when he took him to the bar, this was his last confirmation. His friend said, "That's the happiest place."
Right. You won't want to leave.
That's right.
So their goal is to go to Zenobia's for the night, but
Steve had to wait till the wives go to bed, though.
Steve.
That's what had me laughing because he basically was like, "Oh, we could go at 1 because she gonna be asleep after he talked all that junk about I'm the queen of the morning."
Then they gonna sneak out the house,
But what I was gonna say is this: they had to sneak out the house. Their wives wouldn't let them come to nothing like this,
right?
And the only reason why he's gonna act like he got a cab fare or something, and that's how they getting out. That's how I figured it. They didn't show that, but that's the part I figured what it was. You understand?
Yes,
So
yes.
what I was gonna say next is Wardell and they go to Zenobia's and they find out about this whole thing with the red door. The red door has happiness. Once again, here's that word, happiness behind the red door. But it was like they meet Zenobia, which she's everybody. This is what I like. Everybody was dressed so elegant there, like with these suits.
You know what's funny?
I love it.
When I seen that with the red
People
door,
don't dress like that no more.
That made me think about it. Actually, used to be an after-hour spot in the Bronx that was called the Red Door. Yeah, everybody was trying to get up in there. We thought we were so hot and big time. When we got in there,
it was a spot like that in Queens called the Red Door, right on Baisley. Anywho, what's going on with this braid? It's just all over the place. Moving on. So Tamika, I want you to break down what goes on behind that red door. And I already had it lined up for you to set this up.
I mean, yeah, this place definitely looked fun. I mean, she letting them know, like, we got the girls back there. They like, what goes down in here? Whatever you want to. It might be some things that's going to make you happy. It might be some things that's going to make you sad. He was like, well, wow. Then we seeing them gambling party. Everybody looking sharp. I love Black people when they, dressed up and in a little party and element or whatever, And like Inga said, it does remind me of when my mom or my dad was getting dressed to go out, or even sometime when they had parties at the house, because they would put on their best little, outfits. Yep. But
so it cost $150 to even join this crack game.
Mm-hmm.
And they already don't got no money.
Right.
and he like, we $150. Give me this money so we could get in this game. And Steve gives them the money.
Right. I wouldn't have gave him that money. I'm sorry.
No, that's a lot of money for the 1970s. I mean,
I was just gonna ask y'all that.
I'm saying, but at that time, that was almost damn near like $1 million. It's $150 to just go.
And it was funny too, because the guy was looking at them like, I know y'all ain't got no money. It costs $150. If you ain't got it, move your behinds out the way.
Yeah, they gotta come out of the room. If they gotta come out that room if they don't have the money. So you gotta either be spending cash for ass, or you gotta be gambling to get that cash. Right?
That's right.
So they gotta pay $150. We already covered that. I keep repeating myself. I'm sorry. But they're playing. And they got a winning streak, and they got Lady Luck. To me, I call her Lady Luck for the night because they was all winning money.
Yeah, Paula Kelly, she was getting it.
She was definitely getting it.
Tamika, she had that puff sitting on the side of her head. I love
Paula she was rocking that.
Every movie she playing, she was beautiful.
Yeah,
they was all winning money, and this was going good until they had like a little thing go on and the place gets robbed. And not only do it get robbed, they making everybody strip down to their underwear.
Yeah, that cracked me up when the girl was like, I don't wear underwear.
Yeah, here she go. I don't wear underwear.
Calvin Lockhart. I love Calvin Lockhart.
Did y'all notice the lady with the men's boxers on?
I don't think so.
I never noticed that, but she's right in the front. I had to go back.
That was a man. That was a woman.
Yeah, I probably thought it was a man too.
Okay, I remember that. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that being said, I like the way this scene went. He took the wallet but he wanted to keep his wallet. At first he wasn't even like with the wallet. I thought he was gonna take the money out and give the wallet back, but he took the wallet too. Everything went in one thing, and they left.
Well, wait a minute. Suburbia Jones said we're moving too fast. We haven't talked about how they tricked their way to get into Zenobis with the fake letter.
I'm going back to it. Let me go back to it. You're right, Mr. Jones. Now, in order for them to get into this club, because I got so excited with the clothing and stuff. In order for them to get to this club, Wardell had a note from his wife's job. And they were posing as two African diamond exchangers.
The law firm.
And in the letter, it said, we want you to entertain these men because they're from this. So it said when they walked in, it looked like they came from money, y'all.
Yeah.
So being that this was the facade that they put on, that they came from money, they were jewelers and things of that nature. Now that this robbery didn't happen, things is going kind of sideways. But it hasn't really hit them yet. They just they like, man, we got robbed and I was on a winning streak. And
right.
So that's where they was with that. But they go
and
to
I was laughing
next.
too because Steve was just going along with Wardell. Like he was, you could see he would be kind of worried at times. Like, all right, enough. When he was going to do the gambling, and even when he gave him the letter, it's like, is he gonna really buy this? And we gonna get away with it? But then he just was still going with the flow with him. After a certain point, I would think he would be like, all right, we don't want somebody else. Let's get out.
He went along with him.
Wait a minute. All three movies. He was going along with whatever Billcosby character was doing. And even though the movies are all three separate movies,
right?
He was always the straight man. Billcosby was the one always getting into a whole lot of mess.
Exactly. But what was y'all thoughts on the robbery?
Oh, I thought that was genius for a burglar. To come in there, he had a crew. I thought it was like that was a great plan.
Yeah, because they knew that this was a spot that the heavy hitters, a mixture of people came that was gonna have different things.
They probably been there themselves, so they knew they knew the ins and outs, they knew the entrances, how to come and go. Right. They probably just scoped that place out a few times. I'm sure they been there a few times. Yeah,
definitely. Definitely. If you are here just coming in, hit the like. Please subscribe. Hit the share. Put us up in that algorithm, y'all. Moving on. So we're gonna go on to the next topic. They get robbed. We already got that. I covered the part with the note letter, how they got in there. Next, after the robbery happens, they take everything. The next day they go to church. Now the Reverend is Flip Wilson. They don't give him a name in this.
Yes, he was.
I loved his speech. He was talking about this whole giving everybody a warning about this picnic they was gonna go on the following Sunday.
Yeah, no liquor,
and he was like, "No joy juice allowed."
Joy juice. I'm gonna start using that. I'm like, y'all, I'm
used to use that.
Juice. I'm
like, no joy juice allowed.
I'm gonna use that one, joy juice. Yes.
He said this is a
he said he's gonna be church in the choir robes too.
He said this is a church social, not a fraternity boat ride. That's what he said. So I like that part that he said that. Now when he gets back from church, he's sitting in his chair dreaming. But I'm like, is he dreaming about all the women that he saw there last night at that club?
Probably.
Yeah, that part had me laughing too.
Until she slapped him across his face.
Right.
Like, he said, "What you hit?" He said, "Oh, you was dreaming. I ain't hit you."
I mean, she hit him hard too. She said,
"Yeah, gave him a good smack." Tamika, what was in now? He just realized that lottery is on the news, and he realized he has the winning numbers.
Yeah, he ended up looking at
where was the lottery ticket. Please tell us, everybody. Like
No, I said he ended up looking through the newspaper after she slapped the mess out of him, and he see the numbers, and he called her. He couldn't even hardly talk. He just showing her and stuttering through his words, and she like, "Wait, the lottery ticket, the one that was in your phone." He's like, "Yeah," but then he realizes, like, damn it, my wallet, and they done took the freaking wallet while I was out partying.
Oh, wait a minute, I want to say something about Billcosby and the church. Wardell, I should say Wardell, not Bill Cosby. When he was at the basket, the collection plate, he just like,
and then she brought it back to him. He said, "That's good again."
And then his wife was like, Irma was like looking at him like, "Put something in there," and he did it again. I was cracking up laughing. I said, "Go ahead," because you know something. I done been in church when you got to try to dig in your pocketbook looking for something. I'm like, "Oh Lord, I ain't got no money today." I just say, I say, hey, sometimes I done had to put change in there. I ain't always had no dollar bill.
Yeah, sometimes it be like that.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that. Yeah.
So that lottery
churches be doing multiple collection plates too. It don't just.
Oh yeah, they pass. Sometimes they pass that collection of. Remember, Papa's father was saying something about the other church that was passing the collection plate more than once during service.
Oh, they do it all the time. Yeah, they do it all the time. They got ATMs in the lobbies.
Yeah, people complain about that. They got that at Allen.
Yeah, it's a lot of churches they have that. The bigger the church, they start sticking the ATMs. They want to make sure it ain't no excuse. You put something in there. And that lottery ticket is worth $50,000, y'all.
Yes, 50,000.
He's like, he wants to find it.
That was a lot of money at that time.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'll take it.
So they RC said, 50 people. Oh, go ahead.
RC said, I've seen people folks take out of the collection plate. My father didn't ever take out, but he used to go in there and break change. I should say that is so trite. He put like a $20 and then I said, wait, why are you doing stuff? My father break change. I seen him do that a lot of times. I said, "Come on,
what's up, OG?
If you ain't got but $20, just stick it in there, because you're gonna spend it on a lottery or something else anyway. Go get some beer or something." So
So they're going out here. They're gonna hit the streets and see what the word on the street is about that whole robbery thing that happened.
Yeah.
So they trying to find out if they could get any leads towards that lottery ticket. And they looking, and this had me cracking up how they was looking at people in the street. This had me cracking up with how he was looking at them. Dang, did I put something in place? I sure did. How he was looking at them in the street. He was.
He was staring at everybody.
Bill, I was going to jump ahead to Richard Pryor, but we didn't get there yet.
No, we didn't get there yet.
Yeah, when he first was looking at every person that walked past, and it seemed like they was looking back at him too. Like, what the?
Like everybody, it was like everybody was giving him them shifty looks. Like, but you know which one was the funniest one to me, y'all? When he had Jack, I don't even have it. Where is that picture?
That Richard Pryor scene, he was only in there for a second, but it was funny and it's memorable, He was real shady. What did he get up to getting?
Oh yeah, y'all see him, right? Y'all see the man in the bottom?
Yeah.
When he licked his tongue, I was laughing at this. It was a lot of scenes that made me laugh.
Yeah,
this whole movie made me laugh. You can, if you don't laugh in this movie, then you just don't have no humor. Because this movie's funny.
You know what? I think too, y'all didn't go to the chat today.
They was definitely being silly.
What's up?
Yeah, that Richard Pryor definitely had me cracking them too. And then after I, was like reading up on things, and I seen the fact that it was supposed to be a thing with him and Red Fox, I was like, "Dag, I would have really, really liked that." It still was good with Richard, but I was like, I could just imagine where that would have went if it would have been them two.
Sharp-eyed Washington. He wasn't no private investigator.
Right.
He was a calm man. So climbing out the window and running down the street.
All right, hold on. Let me reel it all back in.
Okay,
still at this part. Waddell gets arrested because of that mugshot, because he fits the description of this mugshot or this sketch. And he gets arrested. When they pick him up, they decide to go another route, so they're gonna go hire a private investigator. Just the sharp eye.
Sharp Eye Washington.
Sharp Eye the Private Eye. That's what it's called. And Sharp Eye Washington is basically their go-to person. But he already seems shifty, y'all.
Yeah. He was hiding when they came in. He like, look, people be looking for me all the time. You know what? My eyes red because I got to see
he was open. Yeah, look at him. He was scared and nervous.
And he wanted $500, and they like, we don't got that.
He's a con man. That's all.
They was getting ready to leave. Every time they was getting ready to leave, he'd go down. Go down on the price. Every time he would go, $300.
They ended up giving him $200, right?
Nah, they ended up giving him. He asked for $200. Yeah. They gave him $50.
He started at $5, and then I think he went down to $200, and then they gave him $50. And he was packing up stuff the whole time they was talking.
Yeah, he was packing up the whole stuff. He didn't even get up and hitting what it was that they was looking for.
No, he didn't know anything. He just knew it was a wallet. That's it.
He did not even get what it was they was looking for. That was the crazy part.
No, he was a calm man. He wasn't never.
So they like, all right, the private eye's not working. The private eye gets arrested. So then
they was looking for the cops.
Let's go to our exactly. They was like, let's go to our congressman, and they go to him.
Oh, Roscoe Lee Brown.
That congressman that had me cracking up.
He was phony as all.
Did y'all notice the picture? How he changed the picture?
Yes.
And put the dashiki on and all that. He's so fake. Well, that's probably like how most of these politicians are anyway.
Yeah. So they meet with Congressman Lincoln. But when they meet with him, they find out that
the old girl is his wife.
Married to old girl.
Yeah, because he was acting like he was ready to help them. He was gonna make the call, but then when he realized the place, oh no, I don't have nothing to do with that. And then she came in and was just blowing up the spot. That was hilarious.
She said, "Well, I made so much money."
So how else did she blow up the spot besides she was bragging about making the money because they was on a roll that night.
But she was like, that's the most she ever made.
She gave them the rundown though.
Yeah, she knew everybody, and he was just like rolling his eyes the whole time she was talking.
Yeah. Her name is Peggy Leggy. So Peggy Leggy gives them the whole info. They like, look. The whole 411, she know everybody. She said
she knew all the ins and outs.
She said, I think it's Geechee Dan, and he knows everybody. And then she told them to go to a Little Seymour where they can find out who it is, because she was naming all the people.
Yes,
she knew all the heavy hitters in town. She knew
exactly. Yeah. She knew where it came from. She had her ear to the street, y'all, and that's what I liked about her. Yeah, and she was like, go to Geechee Dan. He knows everybody. And then she said, I think Little Seymour and them be doing stuff like this too. So you might want to go there first. So she had like a real line on that person. So they go there. Waddell and Steve meet Little Seymour and Big Percy.
Big Percy was huge.
Yeah.
So what's y'all thoughts about Big Percy?
Big Percy. Little Seymour was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, that part had me cracking up because again, Waddell comes in running his mouth because as soon as they was coming up, a guy was already getting kicked out of there and thrown in the air across on the car, and he coming in, I don't play about my money when it comes to my green, and talking all this crap, and then he hyped Steve up. Like, talk about his mama.
Okay, in your fun facts, is it Lil Seymour, the actor? I mean, the person that is it him or his brother that was married to Dorothy Dandridge? Which one?
I think this is the one that was married to Dorothy Dandridge.
I think it's him, and he was also. That's how
he was in the 5 Heartbeats.
Yeah, he was exactly. Yep.
Yeah. He's the one that was married to
Dorothy Dandridge.
Dorothy Dandridge.
Yes.
Yeah. OG said Lil Seymour had them hands. Yeah, for real. The hands and the feet.
And the
He
feet.
wasn't playing. He said, "Nah, you know,
He gave a 2
ain't
piece
no
of
take
biscuit,
back."
a soda,
he
and
ran
dessert.
from all the way back there and put his foot through that whole bar and went through it.
I'm laughing thinking about it right there. That's so funny. When he went flying through that bar. He went flying through that bar. Oh,
So they get kicked out of here. So they know he's not the right person.
Mm-hmm.
So they know he's not the right person that had anything to do with this robbery. Yeah, Waddell was the muscle, but he look. Yeah, I was just looking at him doing all white socks with a suit on when he was beating this dude up.
Funny as all get out.
Yeah,
I
they
was just
both
laughing at
end
him.
up getting their behinds kicked.
Yeah, they got their behinds kicked. They got their behinds kicked all up and down that bar.
Seymour gave him a 2-piece biscuit, soda, fries on the side. He gave him everything. I mean, he just whooped their tail.
When he jumped from off the bar and kicked him, I said, "Oh no, that was hilarious."
I mean, he had them karate moves down. He was ready. You little like that, you got to fight. You got to know how to fight. You know?
So he already know. He was like, when he came out, that was the part that was crazy. He was like, "I am little Seymour." And you wouldn't think.
And they was laughing at first because they like, "Oh, this little guy."
Remember, he was talking about his mama and all this other kind of stuff. That drew the line right there. You start talking about somebody's mama.
Yeah. He's like, "You talking about you talked about my mother." So moving.
Yeah, they was cracking up at that at first because they thought, "Oh, this little guy, that ain't nothing." But then
you know what? Waddell thought it was gonna be easy because he handled this one with no problem. That's what happened.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, remember Seymour said he was going to get whoever robbed Madame Zenobia. That's right.
Yeah.
That's why they went there for the info.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Zenobia. Everybody in town went to this place.
Right.
So you know, they was like, "No, we ain't gonna have nobody disrespect her or find out who did it." You know.
Right. So let me go to the chat. Waddell had to fight his way into the meeting. See more little. Yeah. Well, he knew. Look, he knew that because they had to get information, so they came here basically to find out who was behind all of this.
Right.
And not for nothing, Peggy Leggy, she had deletes.
Yeah, she
was already saying it was Geechee, that Geechee Dan might have had something to do with it. She didn't mention Silky Slim yet because they was kind of saying like he was like a new person that just started coming up. So,
Peggy Leggy, I like that name.
Yeah, that's her name, Peggy Leggy. Look, they done got beat up so bad. Look at how they had to go home because of Seymour. So now they go back out.
And when the wife showed up, when Irma showed up, she said, "What are we gonna do with these two fools?" You know.
So when they show up to Geechee Dan's bar, but then we see another shootout, another pow-powing. I shouldn't have said that, but another pew-pew. They done came all up in
ridiculous now with all this. You can't say these little words and stuff.
Yes. Oh, Leggy Peggy, yeah.
Oh, we were saying it wrong. Oh, it was Leggy Peggy.
Yeah, I had it wrote it backwards because I was writing real fast.
Yeah, this part had me kind of laughing with the shootout too, because some of them was moving fast, but some of them was moving slow. And I said the poor bartender, he was coming out with the bottles and the box. I said, "Why are you still standing here?" They shot the box, and he was like,
And when the guy came jumping across the table, I was dying laughing.
So now we find out that Geechee Dan kind of knows who it was. He's telling them it's Silky Slim. They also let them know that, it could be something in it for you if you help us. But he's not telling them exactly how much it is. So they with it.
And he lied about the amount of money.
Oh yeah, he lied about the amount of money. He lied about the amount of
Yeah,
money.
Walt was just making up stories as he was going. Steve kept looking like, what's he gonna say?
He said it was $300 worth of diamonds.
Right. I was like,
because
what?
he already knew what he was gonna do. He already had it in his plan what he was gonna do once that happened. He figured he'd get them on the hook to get the 50,000, and they think they getting a bigger piece of the pie. And this is all before some of my slides is missing.
Yeah, because they was ready to actually take them out, even though he told him he wouldn't hurt them if they tell the truth. And they just was like, yeah, agreeing just so they could get out of there. If it wasn't for the car being blown up, then they got brought back in, and it was like, all right, because once they recognized the voice, they was like, wait, that's him. That's the one that did the robbery. And Wardell just started, because there could be more money in here for you. It's some money. And he like, well, how you know about it? Talk, sucker, talk.
So when they find out the amount that they tell them it's 300,000. They tell them it's diamonds. They got them convinced that they basically told them about the letter and let them try to put things together themselves when they see the letter. So he was like, well, they picked a meeting spot to get the letter, and the meeting spot is the doggone church, y'all. So they got these gangsters coming in the church, coming in Flipwilson Church, causing all sorts of nonsense.
And he giving a sermon. He giving a sermon on loose lips. Some of y'all talking too much.
Yes, he's like, some of y'all is talking too much. Loose lips saying shit. I don't care who's doing what with so and so. He was just going in. But I love, even though he had that little part, I liked it. I liked his little preacher, his whole thing. This is good. So now, being that now that they said they know that the picnic is happening right after church. They like, we gonna go here because we know that the spot is getting robbed, because now he done already set it up. Once he saw the letter, he feels like this money is here. They gonna go to this office where Wardell's wife worked, because that's where the letter came from. And they think they're gonna have a good payday by breaking in this office. And no sooner than church is over, Wardell tells his wife, you make sure you call up there and basically to foil a plan. So she has to make that phone call. They go up to the whole count. Do y'all remember Bear Mountains? If you from New York, you know about Bear Mountains. And if you was a kid between the 70s and 80s and your parents had family trips, you went there.
Yeah.
So this reminded me of Bear Mountain.
Yeah.
When you go there for the picnics and all of that stuff like that, this reminded me of that whole thing. And they had more fun.
Look at all that liquor going into that Kool-Aid.
I'm telling you, there's no way they was drinking that and they didn't taste that liquor. He poured that whole pot with you.
Look, it was joy. Look, they wanted the joy juice though. Look.
That joy juice, yeah.
They done poured all the liquor into the joy. They done made joy juice. They done made joy juice.
They were having a good old time.
Yeah, so after Geechee Dare and Silky Sim face off, they meet in the church. They mingling with the church women.
Yeah, they playing softball.
Yeah, they was having a funky good time.
And Silky Slim said that I ain't have this much fun since I was in reform school. So they have fun doing all of this whole thing.
Yeah.
But you know, they
okay, wait a minute.
I want to wait.
June 226 said, yep, Bear Mountain
and Rye Playland.
That's a fact. My parents used to take me to both of those as a kid.
Yep, me too.
Okay. That's up in New York. Okay.
Yep, and look, let me see what he said. All of y'all lips have sink aircraft carriers. All y'all lips have sink. Oh, you talking about us? Oh, you being trolling
Mr. Jones is starting stuff already.
He's saying we got big mouths. Big mouths. So the gangsters spike the punch. They participate in a picnic.
They They was dancing.
then
They was playing
They
games.
was dancing. They was eating
talking to
barbecue.
chicks.
Mm-hmm.
That food looked good too.
It sure did. I know they was getting down at that picnic.
Yeah, they was.
So when they see the cops coming, but all of this time while they playing baseball, doing a potato sack race, Wardell and Steve is trying to get in that back trunk to get that wallet out of the bag that all of the clothes was in. But they can't open that trunk. It's not like usually, you know how sometimes you can go through the back to go through a trunk. Can't do that with this one. Steve don't know how to pick a lock. They not thieves, so this is not their. This is not.
Yeah, he was trying his best. Then what he was trying his best. I don't even remember what he told him to get. He was like, "How the heck I'm supposed to get that?" I was so nervous. I was like,
"They was fumbling and bumbling. They didn't know what they was doing." You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So we got somebody said, remind me of the picnic and baseball scene in the Mac. Yeah.
Well, look, furthermore, if you Black, you done been to these types of events, either church or your family reunion or some kind of family get together.
Or sometimes you do family get-togethers, and sometimes it be with your parents' jobs.
Yeah, different things.
So we see the cops is coming for them. And they trying to figure out how did they get a lead to know that they're up here. So they figuring somebody done dropped down. Little do they know Wardell and Steve didn't realize that Silky Slim is one of them hustlers that got a phone in his car. And that didn't happen like that back in the day.
Yeah.
So he was able to find out about everything right away.
Right.
And
back then it was a full phone. It was like a house phone in the car. It was a whole complete phone.
OG Knowledge said, my dad said locks back then, you only needed a flathead screwdriver and a hammer.
Yeah, it was easy to get into locks back then.
So now they got the snitch there with them to try to pick them out.
Yeah, that part was hilarious too, because they was like,
Tamika, who is the dark-skinned dude? Where do y'all remember him from? Everybody in the chat, I know y'all remember this person if y'all watch.
I know where I remember him from.
I know where I remember.
Because I kept saying he looked familiar, but I didn't know.
I'm gonna see what other people say, but I know.
I'm trying to wait for the chat to answer. What show did the man on the bottom left without the mustache, dark skin? What show did he come from? It's a popular show. If you're Black, you watched it.
Come on, Kendra. I know you know the answer.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Look, it's people in here. I know that.
Yes, Derry got it.
It is Derry. She got it. It is Good Times, and that was eBay. All right,
eBay. Yeah. And
I think
Thelma was gonna get married to him. Yeah.
So they go after. They leave. They end up stealing a car from one of the churchgoers that came to the picnic.
They look ridiculous.
Yeah, him with that wig on,
with the wig.
And look how he had to keep his mustache covered because But you know who hit the best? Silky Slim.
Yeah,
with that beard.
But he was like,
he was like, when he did that, he looked scared out of his mind, homeboy. He was in Good Times too, I think. Before a lot of people in this show.
Good Times. A lot of people came through Good Times or Sanford Son.
Look, he jumped on that car. He went after that money. He threw the money. He threw the whole bag with everything off the bridge. And then once it got off the bridge, Tamika, what was your thoughts on this?
This whole car chase, though, I said he was knocking them in the head with the hammer, breaking the windows. He was not trying to get off that table.
No, he was holding on like this for dear life.
Yo, but he knocked eBay out in the back.
Yes,
He knocked him out, and he knocked the passenger out.
Yes. And the whole time they chasing behind him, and then they fighting over the suitcase. I figured that he was, because like I told you, I haven't watched it in a long time, so I didn't remember every single detail. So I'm like, does he just end up, leaving the suitcase with him and running? Because they was fighting over it for a minute, and you see the cops getting closer. But then I was like, no, he gonna throw it in the water. Sure enough, he throw it over.
He went right after him too, y'all.
And then here go Wardell. You can't swim.
But he jumped in there behind him.
Right, making sure like, oh man.
Suburbia Joe said eBay, something like that. That was Beyonce.
So that was Thelma's African, somebody said. I just seen all the Good Time episodes. So
look, what was your favorite part about this movie? Since we know that he jumps in after him, he ends up in the hospital, but they get the ticket, so they get the money. What was your favorite part about this movie?
I mean, it was a few parts. I definitely like this whole just this part with them, how we gonna get away? Oh, I know what we could do, and them, being inconspicuous and putting their little office on and sitting there like ain't nothing going on, but in the meantime they doing threats right in kind of plain sight. And I also like I said, even though it was a small part, I like the part with Richard Pryor and him sneaking out the daggone window on them, climbing down the fire escape just for him to end up being caught by the police a couple seconds later. What was another part I liked? I liked the part with him and the wife and her whispering and being like, "Are you dreaming?" and slapping him. It was a few parts. I definitely liked Leggy Peggy. She just had a whole lot of character.
Little Seymour part might have been my favorite.
That part too. Oh man, yeah.
My favorite scene was Zenobia. The whole robbery scene. When he got arrested, I was laughing because I looked at the mugshot. I was like, "That shit do look like him."
And what about when they was they were both fighting with them dudes coming out of what's Harry Belafonte character name again?
Geechee Dan.
Yeah, Geechee Dan. Yeah, coming out of his house. They were sitting there wrestling and fighting with them. It just kept going back and forward in the camera. It was just hilarious. They were great timing, great comedic timing. Sidney Poitier is not even a comedic actor, but he did wonderful.
He did real good in this. And then, and that's what you meant, Tamika, when you said after that they started doing separate stuff. Sidney Poitier went back to doing his more serious movies. He started doing stuff like with Robert Redford. River Phoenix, because he did a couple of movies with him before he passed away.
Yes.
River Phoenix. He did Little Nikita, all of these movies with him. He seemed like
I've seen a lot of Sidney Poitier movies,
He took that boy under his wing before he passed away. And he did quite a few movies with him. Overall, y'all, this was a feel-good movie, even though it was about a robbery.
No, but it was just funny. And it's something you can watch with your whole family, the kids,
exactly,
your grandma.
Look at OG comment, Moochie.
But look, mine was the lady who said, "I don't wear any underwear." He said she took my breath away as a kid.
Games with you. He told. She have nothing on.
Yeah, he said she took my breath away as a kid because she was like, "I don't wear any underwear."
Yeah, it was a lot of good parts in here.
It really was. It's hard to pinpoint one because it
is, but overall it was a good movie. To me, not for nothing, I'll give it a 10. Because it's old.
I would too. Yes,
it's old school. It was no cursing, no raunchy parts.
No,
I mean, it was people well dressed. You saw legs and boobs, but it wasn't over.
No, but just like the lady who was naked, we didn't see that part.
We didn't see that part.
No,
we just saw them enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay, so keep in mind
I love Let's
we
Do
got
It Again.
exactly. We're on the next group of movies. This is the first batch of the next group of movies. So Tamika, what are we doing next for Sunday Throwback for next month? So
Yeah,
everybody
OG.
can get that on their watch list.
I don't think you was here in the beginning, but I was saying that they had said let's do it again next. Then came a piece of the action, and even though they played different characters, the three movies is kind of looked at as a trilogy. I was given a couple of fun facts on it, so I know we got that one on the list too. I don't know where it falls at on the list, but as far as the ones that we have now, I believe JD's Revenge is next. And let me see what else it was, because we did a poll.
It's Halloween time.
It
So
was
JD's
for
Revenge.
yeah, JD's Revenge would be next, then would be Black Season, then would be Cotton Comes to Harlem, because we do it in the order that they fall in the poll. So those would be, and then we go to the next poll. We got so many movies on this list. I don't know when we gonna get to all of them, y'all. But when we can do more, we'll do more. And I got some other little ones that I'm trying to do too during
and also the next thing that we are doing is Halloween. So we are doing some kind of movie for Halloween. We were talking about it. We still got to put our schedules together and see how that's going to work out. So keep your notifications on. We was talking about doing maybe the birds for Halloween, just because it's Halloween. We're doing the Alfred Hitchcock thing.
Yeah, we had talked about that last year.
And everybody knows. Somebody said Sugar Hill and Blackula.
Yeah, those is on the list.
Don't worry, it's on the list, big sis. It's on the list. I want y'all to keep y'all notifications on. We'll be live also tomorrow on whose turn is it?
I believe it's EJ. We will be
EJ,
doing
it's not
Power.
Yeah, so we'll be doing Power. Keep your notifications on. I will be dropping my my thoughts on my little recap. Just my little thoughts where I could tell you what I thought about the show before we all go live. And that's pretty much it. I'll be live pretty much
Thursday is movie night with the ladies too. Don't forget about that.
Thursday night is movie night with the ladies. We are doing Heist 88. Please keep your notifications on. Thank you guys for coming through. What you got going on, Tamika? You got anything else going on?
It's pretty much the same thing as you, except y'all know the Oval Sisters come back this week, so I'm gonna be busy every day. But it is.
Tyler Perry fans, they want their
I'll be doing my just separate recaps on that and on Love at the Lockup, but everything else is basically the lives that me, Muchella, and EJ do. So keep y'all notifications on. Keep coming through. Gonna be getting busy.
Love at the Lockup don't never go off, do it?
It's like a never-ending cycle.
It goes from love during lockup to love after lockup to life after lockup. Child, these people is a hot mess up there. I'm telling you. And then next month we get Rap-ish back, so we'll be doing that too. And y'all already know we're gonna be doing Raising Kanan. We do all the Power universe, so.
Exactly.
We're going to keep it going and going.
I want to thank everybody for coming. RC, Deary, Kendall, Big Sis Candace, OG Knowledge, Suburbia Jones, Deary, Daria Shanice. If you are here for the replay, hit #replay, hit that subscribe button. If you have not been subscribed, you are coming through for the first time. Doom 226. Thank you for coming through. And that is our show for this evening. Thanks for coming out. God bless y'all and have a good night, y'all.
All right, y'all.